Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Awesome with Content 60, and I have some breaking news for you guys because a car that has needed a manual transmission is finally getting one. It is confirmed, it is announced. I have an order placed. This is coming from a dealer. Let's talk about it. Let me share with you guys the awesome news. So, guys, many of you who followed my channel know that the Toyota Supra has been a car that I have loved, and I've always said, as soon as that car gets a manual transmission, you better believe I'm gonna be placing an order on it. So guys, Toyota is coming out with a manual transmission in the Toyota Supra. That is it. It has happened, it is confirmed. There's a lot of articles circulating. My sales rep at Toyota, when I first talked to him about this about a month ago, he said it's not happening. This is a car that BMW made. They are not going to be adding a manual transmission to the Supra. And at that time, I placed an order for a Toyota GR86 in a manual transmission. You know, he said, look, there's a lot of reasons why they won't do this. This is a car that basically BMW built and co-developed it with Toyota, which I get that. But BMW, as I mentioned in their Z lineup, the convertible, manual transmission. So I've heard a lot of different rumors out there that, you know, the manual transmission won't be for the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder. It'll be for the 3.0. So I don't know any news on that. But what I do know is that Toyota this month is making an announcement about the manual transmission being in the Supra. And guys, that car, it is going to sell. And it makes so much sense because of what Nissan is doing with the new Z, all the competitive landscape. And you can see from a lot of the orders that customers are making for these performance enthusiast cars, they want them in a manual transmission. And that's the only thing that I think has really held the Supra back, other than, you know, people scared about the BMW component, you know, that they made a lot of the car, and rightfully so. But from what I've read, it's really just a lot of the gaskets, hoses, and things they have issues with, but the motor's actually really robust. So, guys, the Supra is getting a manual transmission. Now, Toyota, if you're listening, please don't ruin the Supra by charging outrageous prices for the manual transmission. Don't put it in like a premium, ultra crazy spec that you can only get it in that, because I'm not gonna buy it and a lot of people won't buy it, because at that price, go buy a ZL1. However, if you can find a way to keep it at the same price or less, because manual transmissions usually cost less than any brand that you buy, like, get more competitive with the Z. Come down maybe $1,000 or $2,000 on price. The dealership that I'm ordering it from, I won't disclose, but they order and give you your cars at MSRP, which in today's market is the best deal that you can possibly get. So, guys, a manual Supra is coming. I don't know much more about it other than that. We will get some details later this month. There's a lot of speculation on which trim level will or won't get it. But guys, I'm the second in line to get a manual Supra. It is confirmed. I wouldn't think that an owner of a dealership has an order for a manual Supra if it wasn't a real thing, if it didn't happen. And what's crazy is when my sales rep picked up the phone this last time that I called him, because I wanted to see, hey, are Supras more available than the GR86s right now? What can I do? And he says, hey, you were the guy that told me about the manual Supra, right? And I says, yes, I was. And he says, dude, you wouldn't believe this. My manager just came out of a meeting, and guess what? It is confirmed by Toyota, by a spokesman, that they're going to start accepting orders for manual Supras. So guys, the announcement's coming later this month. Articles I've seen is the 28th of April, but this month it should get announced that the Supras are getting a manual, and I freaking can't wait. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this breaking news, but this seems a lot more tangible than just articles floating around on the internet. And this is coming straight from a dealership. I am the second to place an order for a manual Supra. So the owner of a dealership is the first on the list to get a manual Supra. So he came out of a meeting with Toyota, and they confirmed that the Supra is getting a manual transmission, which is awesome. There's been a lot of news circulating, but we haven't seen anything that confirm it. And the fact that they're taking orders on it and accepting orders on it goes to tell you this is happening. This is happening. And what's awesome about this is I think it's going to give enthusiasts all over the country just another love with Supras. And I love just the battle and the market that we're coming in. The GR Corolla rolling out, you know, Nissan battling with the Z, with the Supra. Like, it's bringing back some of these like nostalgic wars from the 90s with a lot of these cars. And I couldn't be more excited to get a manual Supra. I have no idea when it'll come. I assume this is for a 2023 model that probably I won't see this until the fall time is my guess.